Do you want to know how you can use your lead hand to confuse your opponent, to land your right hand as well as other punches? I'm going to show you how. I'm Coach Tom Yankello. Don't forget to subscribe to my world-class boxing channel. This hand right here is the greatest hand in boxing. A lot of people talk about the jab as the greatest punch in boxing. Yes, the lead hand itself, I like to say, is the greatest tool in boxing. Okay, so because it's not just using it as a jab, it's using it as a tool for defense, offense, to set up other punches. Even when you're not landing, people just think landing the jab, landing the jab. You don't have to land this thing to set up other punches. This thing sets up other punches without even landing the punch. And one of the ways when you're using your jab, the great Larry Holmes and the great Vladimir Klitschko, Lennox Lewis, some of the, just named three of the greatest heavyweights in the history of boxing. And what they knew is how to use their lead hand to set up their right hand, and like I said, and the hook and everything else. And one of the things that they would do is, like, they're not worried about hitting the target. They're using this lead hand as a distractor, okay, as a distraction. So one of the things you can do is just to throw that lead hand over here, to get the opponent up here, down here. You're getting him to follow that hand. What you're doing is it's lead hand, and it's not always bringing it all the way back. You're just out there using that lead hand for lead hand extension, okay, lead hand, and you're making the opponent worry about the lead hand. And then from that lead hand extension out there where you're extending the lead hand, you can just put it and blind the guy. So in other words, what I'm showing you here today is I could throw the jab over here. I could throw the jab to the ear. I can throw the jab to the ear. I can throw the jab up top. I could throw it down low. Maybe I go down the body, but I'm going, and then I can just bring it here, and then wham! Then I just bring it right down. Once I get his eyes to follow that, now I can just put it right in front of his face, because he's not thinking about where I'm going to put it once he just is starting to just follow the hand. Once he's following the hand, he's just worried about the hand. He's not thinking about me putting it at his face. He's just thinking about where the hand's going. He's following the hand. I throw it over here, I throw it over here, I throw it over here. So now his eyes are just worried about where that hand is at. So now he forgets that I can just drop it right off of one of those movements. I can drop it right in front of his face. And what I'm doing is, like I said, a great 1-2 combination doesn't always necessarily have to be a full 1-2. You know what I mean? A 1-2 can be me just throwing that right hand behind that left hand. Behind that left hand, at the split second that I'm blinding you with that left hand, the right hand's right behind it. It's not a big 1-2, and it's not here, and then boom, it's just here, 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 here. And as soon as I put it here, wham! As soon as I put it in front of his face, then I'm throwing. So I'm here, here, here. I might go here, I might go here, and then I might bring it this way and throw the right hand right behind it so he doesn't see it. It's blind. It's the shot he doesn't see is the one that's going to knock him out. So it's here, here. I can bring it here, and I could drop it right in front of his eyes and throw the right hand. I could bring it here. I could bring it here. I like this one here. Now from here, I just blind his peripheral and throw the right hand. You blind that peripheral and you come with the right hand, does not see it. When I go here and I drop it down, the eyes have a very hard time on following things up and down, even more than they do side to side. So I'm bringing my hand and I bring it down. I'm taking your eyes up and down. Boom! As soon as I drop it down, the right hand's coming. Right, left, right. I could come here and push the hook and throw the right hand. See? It's all to set up the right hand. So if I see an opportunity where I go here, I could bring it down. Like I said, I go here, I could drop it, put it there. I go here, I could go here, bring it that way. I could go here, here, here. Now, if I see where his guard is, or I see the way I could just turn it right there. Look, that's what I call, people ask me what a push hook is. Push hook is you're not throwing a big hook. You're just turning the jab, turning the lead hand into a hook position. Thumbs up. I'm just push here to throw the right hand. Okay? So that's just a great way to set up other punches, is to throw that lead hand in spots. You don't have to land it. That's why it's so important. That's why guys like Larry Holmes, they let go of their lead hand, and on CompuBox, they had him throwing 60, 70 jabs around. Okay, and that's why he's one of the greatest ever, because you realize 67 jabs around, that means on average, he's throwing a jab more than every 3 seconds. There's 180 seconds in a round, and he's throwing a jab every 3 seconds. If he's throwing 60, 70, he's throwing even more if he's throwing 70 jabs around. But all those jabs are not making contact. All those jabs are being released. And this could be a jab, that could be a jab, this could be a jab, that could be a jab. These guys today are only jabbing 15, 20 times around if we're lucky. Some guys are throwing 15, 20 punches period around, which is just crazy, because if you, both hands, you could be a really good fighter with both hands. You can be an all-time great if you make this great. See what I mean? Because it's just not, like I said, it's for defense, offense. If you go and get my instructions, I show you all the defensive ways to use your lead hand. I'm going to be coming out with a lot more, so make sure you guys go to the website, follow that website, because I got a lot more stuff coming out. I got like 25, 30 more videos in my head, and they're not just little small videos. They're going to be me teaching 2 to 4 hours long, great videos. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as well. Follow me on Instagram at Tom Yankello Boxing. Also on TikTok and Facebook at Tom Yankello. And I'll see you guys next time.